He did go, and it's strike 2, and it's game time. George Springer was the one that set the tone with a home run. Bryce Miller struggled with 2 walks, but he got himself out of it. Has an opportunity to get a win. First postseason win comes down to this, the 0-2 pitch, and that's going to be popped up, and this should do it. Who's calling for it? Rosarena is there, and he makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The Mariners take the first game of the American League Championship Series. The last time the Mariners had a series lead in the American League Championship Series was 2000, and I was only 8 years old. First ALCS win since Game 3, and that's when I was taking a ferry to go to a family friend's house. That was when Brett Boone and Jay Buhner, John Olerud hit their home runs. And now, 24 years later, the Mariners finally get a win in the American League Championship Series. And how long has it been? Too long. Bryce Miller with the win. Andres Muñoz with the save. Gausman with the loss. And I'm going to go straight into the postgame. So what happened was, in the top of the first, the Mariners had about two runners on. And then Cal Raleigh got thrown out, and there was a question on whether Dan Wilson should have used the challenge because Cal Raleigh looked like he was safe on a grounder that was thrown at home. But he was, I think he should have challenged it even at the time. But I guess Dan Wilson wanted to save it till later, but he didn't have to anyway. But, hindsight is 2020. Then we go into just the very first pitch, just literally right off the bat. George Springer hit a solo home run off of Bryce Miller on, it was like an easy fastball to swing at, and it was boom. Then Bryce Miller gave up 2 walks, and he got out of it with some pop-ups and everything like that. It was a very good way to get out of the inning. It was very reminiscent to the Bob Wolcott start in 1995 ALCS Game 1, when Wolcott loaded the bases with nobody out, and then he got the 3 outs by striking out Albert Bell, caused Eddie Murray to pop up, and Jim Thome to hit a grounder to Joey Cora. And that's where they eventually won. And this game was won on home runs on 2 of those games, pretty much. And then it was pretty much stagnant for the rest of the way, with the exception that Bryce Miller pitched extremely well. He deserves more than enough credit. I am proud of this game. But yeah, 3 walks and average game at best, but he only gave up 2 hits, and the only run he gave up was just an oopsie pitch to George Springer, the former Astro, who usually feasted on the Mariners, it seemed. Then it was the top of the 6th inning when Cal Raleigh had 2 strikes on him, and on 2 strikes, he blasted this solo home run. And Cal Raleigh is known to be Mr. Canada Killer in Toronto. No offense, Canadians. You got Whistler. Whistler's cool. Anyways, he hits the home run, but the Mariners kept on going with a Julio Rodriguez walk, and he eventually got to second base on a wild pitch. And then Jorge Polanco with 2 outs. I said that Julio should steal second, but eventually it didn't matter because he got the wild pitch to go to second anyway. And then Jorge Polanco hits a clutch single to score him in. Then Bryce Miller dominates the 6th inning. He did very well. I think he gave up a hit or something like that. Oh, I remind you, I totally forgot that Victor Robles, he unfortunately let a ball go past him. It looked like that was going to set the tone in a bad way. Nope, didn't really do that. Then in the 7th inning, I think that's when they pulled Bryce Miller for Gabe Spire, who, by the way, pitched an easy 1-2-3 inning. Then in the top of the 8th inning, that was when Rosarena walked. Then he stole second on a wild pitch. And then he stole third by himself with a hustle. And then Polanco singled again to score him in. And then Matt Brash, he was dominant. And then Andres Muñoz only needed 8 pitches. And the crazy thing is this: Gabe Spire, Matt Brash, and Andres Muñoz each pitched 8 pitches, 24 pitches total in 3 innings. Absolutely amazing performance by the pitching. Gave up a total of 1 run, strikeout. They didn't really strike out much, but they were getting very easy outs. I mean, let's look at the box score. Aside from George Springer, we got Nukes, who was 0 for 1, Straw 0 for 1, Schneider 0 for 1, Guerrero 0 for 4, Barger 0 for 2, Kirk 0 for 3, Varsho 0 for 3, Clement 0 for 3, Santander 1 for 3. That was a little oopsie thing to Victor Robles. And Jimenez 0 for 3. That was just like the Mariners pitching was just unbelievable. Then we go into Seattle. Here's what the box score. Rosarena 0 for 4, but he got the walk to make up for it. And he made an amazing diving catch, by the way. Cal Raleigh 2 for 4 with a home run. That was the turning point. Julio Rodriguez went 1 for 2. Then Polanco 2 for 4. Naylor went 0 for 4, unfortunately. He was brutal. Suarez almost hit a home run, 1 for 4. Canzone 0 for 4, brutal. Victor Robles 1 for 4, still brutal. JP Crawford 0 for 4, brutal. But the point was, the Mariners got their win off of very much uncertainty because Mariners had just gotten out of the division series at the skin of their teeth. And we were thinking, oh, if Bryce Miller can just go like 4 or 5 innings of okayness, we give it 2 runs, okay. No, Bryce Miller dominated. Like, this is like 2024 Bryce Miller, and he's doing it again, especially from that Tiger series when he pitched very well. And now he's pitching well again. Like, this is exactly what we need. And now going into the next games, we're going to have Luis Castillo, Logan Gilbert, possibly Brian Wu, and then you're going to have Bryce Miller. And don't forget about George Kirby. Mariners have every bit of opportunity to go to make something run of this series. Like, they really have huge opportunities. They have some of the best starting pitching in all of baseball. Knock on wood, by the way. It just continues. And then tomorrow, assuming that Luis Castillo is going to be pitching, because he did pitch only 15, and we were thinking he should have pitched game 1, and it turned out it did not matter because of an amazing Bryce Miller performance. So next game is going to be game 2. Unfortunately, I will not be able to do the game. I want to, but hashtag don't quit your day job. Now, if you would like to prevent the don't quit your day job, hit that like button, subscribe, notification, and also donate to the channel through the YouTube Super Chat or the PayPal or the Venmo, which is available, links available in the description. Well, that's going to do it. I'm very happy about a Mariners victory. I think everyone should. We were all terrified of Toronto, but looks like, at least for now, Mariners got business taken care of. That's going to be it. Thank you very much. This is Rooftop Sports, and everyone, have a good night, and go Mariners.
Since 2022, I have been building the Rooftop Sports YouTube channel, and I want to thank all of you for your support and engagement. Without all of you, there is no Rooftop Sports. Now, if you would like to take your support to the next level, join my exclusive YouTube membership program for just $5 a month. Get first access to new videos, ad-free content, and exclusive insights from my fantasy sports, as I do play many fantasy sports leagues. Plus, follow along with my softball seasons like never before. You also get access to my own emojis to use to comment on my videos and my live streaming shows. For just $5 per month, become a bigger part of my community and get ready for unparalleled sports experience. Let's do this.